The Trader's Awakening. Why you must break before you can build. What if I told you that your breakthrough as a trader doesn't come when you find the right strategy, but when you allow yourself to break? Not just financially, not just blowing an account. I mean breaking at the level of identity. There's a hidden cycle every successful trader passes through. Awareness, breakdown, insights, rebuilding, integration. Most people try to skip it. They want to go straight from awareness to profits. But here's the hard truth. If you skip the breakdown, you'll never rebuild into someone capable of consistency. So in this video, I want to take you on that journey, step by step. And as I do, I want you to hold up a mirror to your own journey. Because maybe the struggle you're in right now isn't a punishment. It's the process. 1. Awareness, the first glimpse. Awareness always feels like a spotlight turning on in a dark room. At first, you think trading is about charts, news, and strategies. You hunt for the perfect entry, the magic indicator, the secret sauce. And for a while, you believe if you just learn enough, you'll master the market. But then something happens. You start noticing patterns that don't come from the market, they come from you. Every time you win, you overtrade. Every time you lose, you chase. Every time you're close to profit, you cut too early. And suddenly it clicks. Wait, the problem isn't the system, the problem is me. This realization is both terrifying and liberating. Terrifying because it means you can't keep blaming the market. Liberating because it means change is actually possible if you're willing to face yourself. Story break, trader example. I once spoke with a trader who had gone through 5 different strategies in 1 year. He kept switching, convinced the system was the problem. But when I asked him to journal his trades, he noticed the truth. 80% of his losses came from breaking his own rules. That was his moment of awareness, and it shook him. 2. Breakdown, the collapse of illusions. But here's the thing about awareness. Once you see yourself clearly, you can't unsee it. And that's where the breakdown begins. The breakdown is when all the illusions you've built around trading collapse. The illusion that one more strategy will save you. The illusion that your next deposit will be the one. The illusion that discipline is easy or that you can shortcut the process. This stage hurts. It feels like standing in front of the market completely naked, exposed. Psychological dialogue. Your ego fights back. It whispers, maybe this isn't for you. Maybe you're just unlucky. Maybe the market is manipulated. But deep down, you know the truth. You know the market is only exposing what was already inside you. Impatience, fear, greed, avoidance. Allegory break. Think of it like a cracked mirror. For years, you've been looking at yourself through a distorted reflection, convinced the cracks were in the world. But the breakdown is when the mirror finally shatters and you're forced to see yourself without filters. It feels brutal, but it's also necessary because you can't rebuild a strong foundation on top of illusions. 3 insights. The click in the mind. After the breakdown comes the silence. It's that quiet space where you sit with your losses, your frustration, your questions. And then, if you're willing to listen, the insights begin to emerge. This is when you realize, losing trades aren't the enemy, they're feedback. Your emotions aren't weaknesses, they're signals pointing to deeper truths. Trading isn't about fighting the market, it's about understanding yourself. Real story. Example, Mark Douglas, the author of Trading in the Zone, went bankrupt in 1982. He lost his Porsche, his house, his identity, but in that collapse, he discovered something profound. The market wasn't against him, he was against himself. That insight became the seed for one of the greatest trading psychology books ever written. Philosophical break. In life, suffering always carries hidden wisdom. Pain is a teacher. The question isn't, why am I suffering? The real question is, what is this suffering trying to teach me? That's the essence of insight. The breakdown cracks you open. The insight fills the cracks with light. The 4, rebuilding, brick by brick. Now comes the most humbling phase, rebuilding. Rebuilding is slow. It's not sexy. There's no shortcut. It looks like journaling every trade until you can see your patterns in black and white. Risking 1% instead of gambling your whole account. Learning to sit on your hands when your emotions scream to trade. Practicing patience until it becomes muscle memory. Trader story. One trader I mentored used to blow every account within weeks. His turning point came when he forced himself to journal every single trade. Entry, exit, emotion, reason. Within months, he saw patterns he couldn't deny. Most of his losses came after he skipped his pre-trade routine. That simple awareness rebuilt him. Psychological frame. Think of rebuilding like training a muscle. The first reps feel awkward, but repetition creates strength, and strength becomes identity. Philosophical note. This is also the stage where you stop being addicted to outcomes. You stop worshiping wins and fearing losses. Instead, you build systems that shape your character. Brick by brick, habit by habit, you reconstruct yourself into the kind of trader who can handle uncertainty with calm. 5. Integration, becoming the mirror. Finally, there's integration. Integration is when all the lessons you've learned fuse into your identity. At this stage, discipline is no longer something you try to have. It's who you are. Patience isn't forced, it's natural. Losses don't break you, they inform you. This is when trading begins to feel like flow, not because the market changed, but because you did. Allegory break. Think of a blacksmith. The metal is heated, hammered, and shaped. At first it resists, it cracks, but with every strike, it transforms. By the time the process is complete, the metal is stronger than ever. That's integration. The fire didn't destroy you, it forged you. Philosophical note. The goal of trading is not just profit, it's transformation. The market is a mirror, reflecting your inner world back at you until you finally become whole. Closing punch. So here's the truth. The market will keep breaking you until you surrender to this cycle. Awareness, breakdown, insights, rebuilding, integration. You can resist it and stay stuck in the same loops. Or you can embrace it and become the kind of trader who not only survives, but thrives. And maybe, just maybe, the very breakdown you're in right now isn't the end of your journey. It's the beginning of your awakening. The market isn't against you. It's showing you who you are. The real question is, will you look in the mirror or will you keep looking away? If this message spoke to you, if it made you stop and reflect, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. Why? Because you need to keep your mind filled with thoughts that lift you up, ground you, and remind you of the truth about trading psychology. That's exactly what these videos are here for. And don't forget to like this video. It might feel like a small click, but it helps the channel grow faster, and it means this message will reach more traders who desperately need to hear it. So if you're ready to keep growing, if you're ready to keep feeding your mind with strength instead of noise, hit that subscribe button right now, because this journey doesn't end here. It's only the beginning. See you in the next one.